What's up? Woo! Shit. Been writing for what I feel like is days right now. Holy shit, that was a deep dive. I don't even know how I went that far, but I went kind of far. Owed it to you guys. We're finally past all the, week 1 and 2 bullshit. I feel like we've kind of gotten some normalcy here. And there's just some interesting shit I found. Hey, I actually hit on my picks. I went 3 and 2 this week. Let's see. I'll tell you. Matchup of the week did not disappoint, but it was the shitbag titty fuck douchebag matchup of the week is what it really was. But I lost. I mean, I won, but I thought Just Joshing would win, but did not. Repeat, you got your first W. I called that. Shorebirds. I called Minnesota upsetting you. Got on that one. Any given Sunday, I figured Bill would beat you, and then I did not hit on my matchup of the week, but it was the matchup of the week. All right. So, with that being said, oh shit, you're going the wrong way, dickbag. Sure. All right, text messages coming across the hotline right now. All right, back to square one, but just because, you know what I mean? Shit. Tonight, so I do some side work at the Great Oak Manor. It's a little bed and breakfast down here, not far from my house. And anyway, they have all these weddings and stuff. So usually some days when I'm called in there to do some work, and they always got some bottom shelf liquor just hanging out, and then all sorts of beer. And they're like, "You want this beer and liquor?" I'm like, "Fuck this, Dan. And why? You damn right I do." So I got this cheap shit right here. It tastes like hell, I ain't gonna lie, but it's frozen. It's not scotch, and it's not $33 a handle Tito's. It's free. So I figured, what the hell? You know what I mean? Natural light, cheap vodka. Welcome to the league. You know what I mean? Here we go. Cheers. Oh, God. I'm choring Tito's. Oh, fuck you say that. Luxasoa. Luxa fucking nasty. All right. That's out of the way. All right. Matchup of the week. Like I said. Shit. Whoa. Easy. Like I said, shitbag, titty fuck, douchebag matchup of... but it was matchup of the week. 109 to 102. I mean, the shit literally did come down to the motherfucking wire. And I want to say, me Machina, Birdman's 3-0 all time against you. You've not one time beat Birdman. And I just going to leave it at that. You might, I don't know. If you don't start winning, you might not see him in the playoffs. But you might meet in the playoffs. So hopefully you redeem yourself then. Russell Wilson, 16. That's really the highlight of Birdman's team. Dak, 20. Zerline, Greg the Leg, Zerline, 5 points. He came back Monday night and won that. And goddamn these text messages. Go away, text. That was the deciding factor was Dak and Greg the Leg. But I will say this: Justin Fields 3.9. First off, Matt Nagy in Chicago sucks. But all these people in Chicago saying, "Oh, bring Justin Fields out. He's going to be the savior." No, he's not. For one, it's a vanilla-ass offense. And it's an offense that makes a not very good offensive line look that much worse. I mean, god damn, get your man out. When you run the goddamn ball with a running back like that, get him out around the edge. Can't run him up the middle like that. Come on, dude. And then Fields, he probably could flash in something different, but that ain't it. Not in Chicago. A.J. Brown went down with injury. Me and Machina, that got you 0.3. Damn, son of a bitch. I've been there, though. I've seen how that hurts. And then, this is what really would have won you in a matchup. You could have had all this fuck shit going on. But, Hollywood Brown, I ain't calling him Hollywood no more until the son of a bitch get... I mean, we're talking about one series, 2 passes, in and out of hands, and I think we could even, I don't know if that one in the end zone, and Lamar really threaded the needle with that ball. It was a pass that only his man was going to catch. It was, I mean, And I'll give Marquise just a tad bit of credit because that defender had his hand up in the air and it might have gotten his sight line. Well, bro, this the big leagues. Like, welcome to the show, kid. Catch the goddamn ball. You call yourself Hollywood Brown? Man. 3 drops like that. 2 for sure touchdowns. And 1, I mean, as fast as he is, that could have went to the house as well. But 8 points, he could have had way more than that. I mean, just say 2 touchdowns right there. We're talking about you just stomped the shit out of him, and you don't have some measly ass 102. So, also, you started out the season with Big Mac as the name. Mac Jones as your starter. Dude ain't even on the team no more. Like, shoot, man. I mean, it's already embarrassing. I was going to change Blacktooth, but I said, you know what? I can't change my name mid-season, beginning of the season, just as a series. Come on, man. Come on, dude. But, all right. Next up. Any Given Sunday versus Big Billy. You just a little Billy. You just a little tiny Billy. But we got the man, Big Billy. I knew this dude's team was good. 154 points. Beat the Any Given Sunday 100. And I shouldn't say beat. I mean, he stomped his ass. Kyler Murray, 18. I thought he was going to get 33 for the rest of the year, but he just got 18. And here's where, man... Big Paul. God, we got a lot of little and big dad and son shit here. Only 2, but still that's a lot. Anyway, Big Paul, Tunyon, however the hell you say that, he got you 1 point. And, you know, he'd had some decent games, and then Harris got you 3. I will say this, Miles Sanders had 5 touches for 55 yards. 5 for 55. And I didn't watch that game. I'm going off what I looked up. That if it's at the end of the game, they done fucked up. But, I mean, goddamn, if you get 5 touches for 55 yards, I'll let y'all do the average in your head, but it's about fucking 10. And we'll call it 10.2, 10.2 and a half. I don't fucking know, but that's running shit out of ball. So, I think you got really unlucky with that. I will say this. You had 2 running backs go for single digits on your starting lineup. You had 3 on your bench that went for double digits. So we could have seen some things go either way. Any Given Sunday just was, I don't know how to put it. I mean, I don't want to say you pick. I think that you set the best line. I would have set the same lineup, but that's just the way it goes. You set a good lineup, then you watch your bench just absolutely ball the fuck out. Let me get to Bill 1. Justin Tucker, 17 points, 66-yard game-winning field goal. If he didn't miss the first goddamn one, we wouldn't have even been worried about that. If Marquise plays decent, doesn't drop 3 gimmies, we ain't worried about that. I'll say this about John Harbaugh. You play to your competition. You play the Kansas City Chiefs, you win the goddamn game. You play a damn good ball game. That if a 1 pick wasn't thrown the other way, you'd trounce the Chiefs. But then you play the Lions and you just hardly win on a 66-yard field goal that bounces off the fucking crossbar. But got you 17 points. Saints deep balling. I should have looked it up and I didn't, but I should have. I think the Saints have gone like 22 times in 3 weeks. Damn, 2 out of 3 for defense. Over 20 points, just double digits, period. Damn right. Good pickup with that. I think you drafted them as well. Saquon finally come through for you, 21 points. Aaron Jones, 17. I tried to give you a good-ass trade on that one, but you said, no, get the hell out of here, boy. And then Justin Herbert, 30 points. I think the guy don't get enough credit. He played real good ball last year, and they were talking about sophomore slump. Hell no, he's got weapons around him. If that defense can play, I think they're the class of the AFC West. I mean, I know we got the Chiefs, and I do feel like the Chiefs come week 6, week 7 are going to push, and they're going to make a push. It's the Chiefs. I mean, how you count them out? All that talent, I think something's up there, but you know how they go. Slow start, fast finish, get hot at the right time. They might win the goddamn Super Bowl. You never know. Good division, though, AFC West. Chargers, Vegas, Broncos are 3-0 at the top. Who'd have thought that? But I think they just were champions because they've had some weak-ass matchups. Both teams had good bench points, so I thought so. Bill 1, I knew you was going to be good. You're not in the top 3 yet, but you're getting there. All right, this is a long video already. I'll say that. So I'm gonna try and do my thing. Next up, I don't have much for this one, but I have enough content. Shorebirds, #1 team right now. Minnesota, that also means we have 0, and I mean 0 undefeated teams left. Shorebirds, 111. Minnesota, 125. I don't know if it's when Minnesota Vikings win, Minnesota wins, but that's the way it's kind of tabulating out right now. And but I want to nip something in the bud. Sammy, you was talking about Myles Gaskin is the sleeper of the year. You get Myles Gaskin, you win this shit. And I'm really, stretching that out, but I'm just trying to get it in. Myles Gaskin, 12, 8, 10. All right. Sleeper. No. Not yet, but I will give a Gaskin update every week now, just because you put it in my head, because there were other leagues I'm playing, I'm like, maybe I'll take his advice and just pick him up, but I ain't done it yet. So, all right. Matthew Stafford, this guy's front runner for MVP of the league right now. In my own humble opinion, I mean, the guy's been balling out. So, TB12, 28, Matthew Stafford, 29. Okay. After that, Minnesota, you got 125 points, and you had 12 points from your wide receivers. You had a combined 48 on the bench for wide receivers. So, I haven't really done the math. 125 minus 12, that's going to be 113 plus another 50. I'm not good at math, but 113 plus 50 is like 173, something like that. So that's 48. So we'll call it 171. That's pretty good fucking points right there. I've said all year, I think you got a good team. You just ain't put it together. Zeke with 26. And you text me on Thursday night and you said, I'm going on a limb. I'm putting Darnold in. That was a 50-50 ball right there. That's when you tell your wide receiver, look, I'm throwing this bitch up. I want you to go up there, compete, high point the ball, and come back down because you're bigger, stronger, faster. That's what you did with Sam Darnold. Good pickup right there. I like it. Shorebirds got a good bench, and I'm going to say this about Shorebirds. They were unlucky this week because CMC went down. That could have easily went into their favor and gave them 3-0. Shorebirds averages, and I'm saying average, 153 points a week. That's a lot. Being that he just scored 111, I think we all know mean, median mode, all that shit. We learned that motherfucking shit in 6th, 7th grade, 5th grade, I don't know. But to average 153 points after scoring 111, shit, boy, watch out. Watch out. But I don't know. Brother matchup going on next week. I'll let y'all know what I got going on. All right. Next up, repeat offender high score of the week, 172 versus Miller, 135. And I wanted to say this about Miller. I was really kind of wondering about Miller at first, but you've done some cool shit that I couldn't even get with at first. And now looking back, I'm like, shit, he's got a method to his madness here. So I'm really excited to see how this plays out because I might change my own fucking style of watching you. I mean, I know, shit, always bite, never fresh. Well, goddamn, they say the NFL's a copycat league. Fantasy be a copycat league as well. So I will say this. Miller, you traded Cooper Kupp for Chris Carson. Cooper Kupp got 30 points. Chris Carson got 16. Now, I had an interesting way of breaking down this matchup. So just bear with me. I don't know. I've never done it like this before, but it just kind of popped out to me. So Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, those were two wide receivers that they had lined up against each other. And I do line players up against each other, even if they're not like, if you got two wide receivers, it's not like the guy across from that guy. I mean, I look at all four of them. You're two, they're two, and see how this worked out. But this is how it did work out. Cooper Kupp 30, Deebo Samuel 10, that's 20. In favor of repeat. Adam Thielen 17, Devontae Adams 31. That's in favor of Miller. So that's a 6-point swing towards repeat. After that, we got Kirk Cousins 25, Teddy Bridgewater 11 in favor of repeat. So that brings it up to 20 points in favor of repeat. And then Cardinals defense 24. I mean, they were playing ball. Like, literally, I'll say this hot, and I've always said a good defense is going to win a championship. I think we can all go back to when the Broncos beat the absolute shit out of Carolina. I mean, they fucking trounced the fuck out of them. Von Miller was MVP. Cam Newton couldn't even give the fucking interview afterwards. Same thing. Seattle Seahawks, when they were saying, well, they're the greatest defense. No, they weren't. 2000 Ravens always be an 85 Bears. But I digress. Remember when the Seahawks beat the shit out of Broncos? Because they had that defense? I will say this. Cardinals, if they can keep this defensive shit up that they got going, man, oh man, watch out for them. Because I think Kyler Murray, D-Hop, man, there's some pieces there. I think the Cardinals could well be Super Bowl contenders. And one of the ones that maybe they get a little bit slow middle of the year, but just like the Ravens have done and other good teams have done, you sneak in. I can remember some Giants teams that have snuck in with a hot-ass defense and won the fucking Super Bowl. I think the Cards got that. So, I mean, market week 3, your boy said Cardinals might be Super Bowl contenders in there and winning the bitch. I could see that. Anyway, let me get back to it. Cardinals defense, Panthers defense, 24-12. That's 12-point swing, obviously, in repeats favor. So we're at 32 points right here out of a total of a 37-point win. I don't get trading away Kupp, but I do at the same time because he's inconsistent. I mean, I feel like it could go back to Robert Woods is going to score 30 points and then Cooper Kupp scores 9 next week. Like, I get the trade there because I think Carson's always steady, consistent points. And that's what I mean, Miller. I think you got a really, really good strategy here. I still ain't got trading away Najee Harris. He got 28 points. Yeah, 28 points last week. And I think Steelers, Mike Tomlin's too good of a coach to keep doing, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting the same result. No, he's not going to do that. So he's going to find a way to get Najee Harris injected into this offense. If he's got to go to Matt Canada and say, hey, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but it ain't working. So I didn't get that trade, but you've made some other moves. And I keep track of the waiver wire and all that. I think you're on the right track. And if it doesn't come together this year, I think next year you're going to be really, really tough to beat. I think you're going to be tough to beat this year. 135 points, like I said. You score over at 130, I think you score over 125. You've done well. So, Miller, keep up the good work. Repeat, good job on your first win. I know I went really deep into that one, but there's a lot of cool shit with that. I've really kind of looked into this stuff. All right, myself versus Just Joshin. I had Just Joshin winning this one just because I've been spotty and very inconsistent, but some things came together, some things did not come together. I'll say this about Just Joshin. I think if I had a short list of people who's going to win, I would say Just Joshin, Big Bill, and Shorebirds. Just Joshin had 104 points on the bench and scored 134, which would have beat most of you slack asses in the fucking league. Just Joshin, go ahead, girl. I'll see you. Beer time. My fucking mouth getting dry. All right. I traded away Aaron Rodgers. I got Ryan Tannehill and Mike Williams back in return. That was a total of 54 points compared to the Aaron Rodgers 20 points. I felt that was a good trade. I think Williams is very undervalued. Chargers are great offense. Eckler, Williams, Keenan Allen, they play ball. So, repeat, you sent that over. Fucking right, I was going for that. I don't like Aaron Rodgers to begin with. But, whatever. Tannehill got me 21, Williams got me 33, and I sat him on a motherfucking bench. If I take D-Hop out, who got me 5, and put Williams in, I got 179 fucking points. So I'm excited about that, but it's hard because how do you sit DeAndre Hopkins? I don't fucking know. But I'm going to have to figure it out. But that's, you know what I mean? That's white people problems. Isn't that what they fucking say? Oh, shit. And they have white people problems. That's first world problems, whatever you want to call it. But I'll take it. Kareem Hunt got me 27. I picked him up. Last year I had Nick Chubb and I had Kareem Hunt on the same team. And I figured out, now Nick Chubb was hurt. That's how I got him off the waiver wire. But I figured out what the Browns do is they play Chubb, Hunt, Chubb, Hunt. Every time they get the ball, they switch it off. So it just goes to show you there are a lot of people that stay away from teams that tandem. It could go one way one week, one way another week. I'll say this. Hunt, Chubb, just Josh and I had Chubb. I had Hunt 27-8 in my favor with Hunt. Next week, I guarantee you it'll flip-flop. And you know what? I'm going to try and mark these words, but I promise you versus Minnesota, Chubb will probably ball out, Hunt single digits. I'm going to sit him on my fucking bench. And I'm going on a whim here. I might end up eating my words. But D-Hop 5, TJ Hawkinson 3 for Just Josh. And I've been saying it's Detroit. They have Swift and they have Hawkinson. I don't know what they got after that. So you double Hawkinson, you dare him to run the goddamn ball, you stop the run, and then you say, we dare you to throw it. Pretty easy, successful recipe for winning, I would say. But I will say this, Lions are playing for their new coach. I like that. I know that they're 0-3, but they're not far off from beating some pretty good teams. I think San Francisco's real. Their defense is real. I think the Ravens are real. Watch out for the Lions next couple of years. Like I said, Najee Harris got you 28. Kittle finally stepped up and got me 17. He was 11 points week 1, 5 points week 2. So I think a successful week for Kittle is 15 above. I mean, he's top 2 tight end in the league. The only person I put over him is Kelsey. And I think you interchange Kittle with Kelsey, and Kansas City gets the same amount of points. So with that being said, we've got Shorebirds number 1, Just Josh in 2, myself number 3. It's actually been a pretty tight league. To be in week 4 and not have one team undefeated is saying a lot. That just goes to show you how competitive this league is. Everybody drafted well, in my opinion, except for Miller. But Miller made up for it. Miller is just shit. I mean, you've done well. So, shit, 22 minutes. This is the longest video literally I've ever put out for this league. All right. I always hate putting myself in matchup league. I'm sorry. I just said it. I know I've went over it one more time, but I want to circle this shit right here. Just Josh and Linda, 104 points on the bench. Holy shit. Like, I'm saying one of the best teams out there. Like, damn, 104 on the bench, and you scored 134. I mean, I think we can all do math, but that's literally 208 points. That's more than what anybody else is going to touch all year. Somebody's going to score 180. I'll look up what high score is, but damn, Linda, great team, honestly. All right, next week's matchups, I'm going to try and make it quick. We're at 23-40. All right, I never like to make myself matchup of the week, but me and Bill won. I think it's a damn good matchup. I'm giving myself the win. I shouldn't do that because I'm jinxing myself. And I'm very superstitious, but I'm not, because I do walk under ladders and dumb shit like that, but whatever. Big Bill, good luck, man. I honestly will give you that. This could go either way. Next up, we've got brother matchup, any given Sunday versus Shorebirds. I think this one can be close too, and the only reason I'm giving it Shorebirds, better defense and better defensive matchup. I think Shorebirds has got Pittsburgh versus Green Bay. Pittsburgh's got injuries, so I think Green Bay's going to really excel. So if you have any offensive players that play for Green Bay, maybe put them in. Just saying, look at the matchups. And then tight end matchup for Shorebirds, Waller's got that. I mean, when you have Waller, you just got a damn matchup. Next up, Miller versus Birdman. This is another good matchup. I'm calling this my upset of the week because Birdman has put up consistent points. Miller's been spotty, but I'm going to leave it at this. Miller for the win because his wide receivers are better. Take it, leave it, take whatever you want, but Miller, giving you a little tidbit on that. Next up, we've got Repeat versus Just Joshin. I'm going off what I'm seeing right now. Just Joshin can change some things around and win this, but if it stays the way it is, I'm giving Repeat the win because I think one matchup, running back, Swift, Zeke Moss, Swift wins that every time. I mean, he's fucking Swift on his feet. So, Repeat as a fucking press release, I'm giving you the win right now. We'll see what happens. And then, last one. Minnesota versus Mean Machine. Minnesota, I think you're going to be 2-2 after this. You put Ja'Marr Chase in. The guy can play. I know there was that meme of, it's different because I can't see the stripes on the ball, blah, 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 blah. These boys played college ball together, won a national championship together, and have been hooking up in the NFL together. Yeah, get him off your bench, dude. He's balling out. And they got a cupcake matchup. Urban Meyer said, oh, well, this is different because you don't have a Purdue. And no shit, this is the NFL. I remember a couple years ago when everybody was saying, well, Alabama could beat the Browns. No, there is not one college football team out there that can beat the worst NFL team. You can take the worst NFL team in the history of the NFL and they will beat the snot. And I mean the snot. I'm talking 72-0 over any college team. You're talking about Alabama on their best year has 6-7 players go in the draft and then maybe 2-3 unsigned free agents. We're talking about a team that has 52 college players, the best of the best. So, anyway, I think Urban Meyer's very, very unprepared for the NFL. Always has been. Maybe bring Nick Saban back and he could do the same thing. But it seems like these great, great college coaches who excel in college football, they come to NFL and they get that ass beat. Chip Kelly, Urban Meyer, Nick Saban. I could probably keep going, but that's the top three I can think about. Minnesota, I think you take this win. Me and Machina, I think you got to come a little bit harder with your boy Gibson and all that. Your team's good. Just play the matchups a little bit better. Wow, this was a legit ESPN TV show. I'll give you my best insights on everything. We'll see how far it goes. Have fun watching the goddamn video. See y'all.